here in New York's Hudson Valley to meet Simone Askew, first captain of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. She made history as the first African-American woman selected for this role, the highest position in the cadet chain of command. Simone was also awarded a Rhodes Scholarship to study at the University of Oxford, one of only 32 American seniors to receive this prestigious honor. I can't wait to learn more about Simone's life here as a leader in charge of 4,400 cadets.
Hi, how are you? Good. Oh my gosh, thank you for taking time out of your busy day.
Yeah, I love your jacket. It looks good.
It's the most beautiful campus.
Yeah, so it looks like Hogwarts. A lot of people refer to it as such.
I was gonna say it looks like Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very interested in young leadership, and I'm very interested in diverse leadership and female leadership. So I've been interviewing women who are across so many different disciplines, being their extraordinary selves in every different area. And I find that, you know, so many of those stories don't get told. So I'm so happy to be here with you today because I'd heard so much about you. You know, just breaking new ground as a female leader. It must be extraordinary. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility. I'm sure a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I would say I didn't really feel the pressure until later on in the year. Because in the beginning, just staying very focused on just doing the job. And I'm sure you've been in similar situations where you just want to do the job. Like, it's not about you being a woman. You just want to be a good actor or a good boss or whatever, a good mom. Without that categorization one way or the other. It's very humbling to be able to be in this role, and it's also a great amount of responsibility. As the first captain at West Point, I serve as the liaison or the bridge between the officer leadership and the cadets. Everything that we do, all the operations, all of the missions are done at the cadet level, but there are officers here who really oversee that process and make sure that we're headed in the right direction.
I noticed you were saying that something challenging happened this year with leadership.
Last year, I was in charge of about 30 people. And then this year, I entered into a position where I'm now in charge of 4,400. My role now is a lot more visible. So I would just say some of the challenges that I faced, I have never even to a small degree engaged with before. So that peer leadership aspect is very hard, very hard.
I can imagine.
Working with people who are just as, if not more qualified than I am at their jobs and are the same age as me and are really, 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 really good at what they do. Like, how do you provide feedback to someone who you look up to?
Within West Point, I think there's a lot of just sort of wanting to be number one.
Yeah,
right?
Always.
Well, because you were number one in high school, and everybody here was number one in high school. In every aspect, athletically, academically, socially.
Yeah. No, you did your
research.
research.
You were the homecoming queen, weren't you?
Yeah.
Wait, tell me your homecoming queen story.
So I actually missed the crowning at the homecoming game because I was here. Yeah.
What were you doing?
So I was doing a visit to West Point to see if this was the college I wanted to go to. And this was the last time that I could do it before I had to decide. And so I couldn't come to the homecoming game where they were doing the crowning, but I did go to the homecoming dance. So that was nice. My sister accepted the crown on my behalf.
She did?
Yeah. And the fun thing was that the next year when I was a freshman here, I went back to Fairfax, my high school, to crown the next queen. So
oh, that's amazing.
It was really fun. Yeah, really cool experience.
I love what you said, that, you know, that you felt like leadership made you a queen.
I think I was more proud of that and being accepted into West Point than I was about homecoming queen. Because to a degree, it is a popularity contest, and you know, it's fun and it's flirty and it's a great experience, but I was more proud for this.
I'm proud of this, too. I would be really, really proud if I got into West. Now I think I'm in West Point because I'm here.
Yeah, you're basically a cadet. The Corps has accepted you.
Yay!
For sure.
I'm so excited.
The newest member.
But I'm curious because I have teenagers and they have their own dreams and desires. And do you remember how old you were when you started to think, I want to be a leader or possibly in the military in a life of service?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely my initial attractions were very superficial in that I was at a football game and I thought the cadets and midshipmen march on the field was the coolest thing ever.
Well, it's the coolest thing ever.
It is, but to say I want to be a leader in the military because of a parade, I mean, it's very ignorant, right?
once you finish at West Point, then you go into military service for how long?
Yes, ma'am. So 5 years active duty and 3 years reserve.
My mom was in the reserves, and my dad.
Wow, that's awesome.
The Tennessee National Guard. So my mom went to boot camp.
Really?
Yes!
I love it.
I remember being a little girl, my mom went to boot camp, and I was like, my mom wears combat boots. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, my mom actually was a single mom growing up, and that was the same
yeah.
thing. Like, something I'm really proud of is that she worked. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes
You say your mom was a big inspiration to you.
Oh, huge. She actually developed low-income housing in Southeast DC, which is a very impoverished region of the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I grew up as one of two. I have a younger sister. My mom worked, so when we would come home, my mom wasn't there. It was very much kind of like the mother figure for my sister. And I would say that environment definitely taught me a lot about maturity and personal responsibility at a very young age. Another thing that my mom really harped on was not being a victim. And in situations where I failed, the response should not be to blame it on others, but to take responsibility for my role in it. And that's why I credit my mom with a lot of the success that I've had at West Point. My mom's awesome. We'll head this way. I want to show you a formation. And
Wait, what's a formation? How many times a day do y'all do that?
Twice a day. Morning formation at 6:55 and then lunch formation at 12.
Wow.
Primarily it functions as like an accountability method just to make sure that everyone's here, and if people aren't here, we know. Hi, sir. Sir, our special guest, Mrs. Witherspoon.
Hi, Reese Witherspoon.
Nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Good, sir. Good, sir.
Battalion! Company! Attention!
I've never seen this before.
First Sergeant, take charge.
The hardest part of my day is definitely waking up at 5:20. 110%. 6:55, we have formation, and then we start class from 7:30 to 12. Then we have lunch, and from 1400 to 1600, we have class, regular academic courses. Usually at 1600, I'll go work out, and then after that, dinner, and then meetings, and then 10 o'clock to 1 or 2 a.m., I'll be doing homework, and then take a little nap and wake up the next day.
Because you're a history major, do you have somebody in history that so inspires you? Like anybody you've learned about? Or?
Yes, ma'am. I would say Abraham Lincoln is my favorite, I would say, celebrity crush or historical figure. I mean, all in one. I'm a history major, so celebrity and historical figure are kind of the same thing. And for me, it was really his calmness. And in a time that was very contentious, not only socially, but militarily, he was able to remain calm and level-headed, and that's something I really admire as well. I'm a work in progress, so I have not mastered the art of being calm under stressful environments, but that is an approach I would like to be good at one day. Okay, so this is where we eat every single meal.
Wow.
Up to the front.
Amazing.
Yeah.
4,400?
Yes,
Cadets?
all at once.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. The freshmen will move the plates around the table to make sure it's prepared like a regular family-style meal. So it's very much like how you would eat at home. So you'll get to go up to the poop deck where we make all the announcements to the Corps of Cadets. So they'll announce that you're here and everyone will go crazy.
Okay, attention. The Corps Cadets would like to welcome actress Reese Witherspoon.
I think that's the loudest cheers we've ever gotten. They're so excited to see you. We are responsible for eating within like 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yep. Yes, ma'am. That's the time that we
Is
have.
that enough time?
No, it's not. Ma'am, you're gonna sit right here.
Oh, great. Oh my God, I'm so
Seat
excited.
of honor. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what the rules are. Who sits down first?
You let us know that we can sit down.
Okay, we're gonna sit down. Time to eat. Thank you. Oh my God. This is incredible. Okay, so do you know where you're going next year?
Germany,
Germany. What part?
the southeast,
Okay.
right by the Alps.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Okay, I grew up on a military base in Germany called Wiesbaden when I was a little girl because my dad was in the Air Force after Vietnam. So I loved it. It was amazing.
How's your day been so far?
So good. I'm overwhelmed. I've never been here.
Yeah.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine if I was 17 or 18 years old coming here for the first time how scared I would be.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I just think it's a comparison to other kids that are in normal university. You guys are growing up in a completely different world than a lot of us grew up in.
It's not normal.
Right?
Nanny's like,
It's not normal.
I heard a little bit about the IOCT.
Oh my God, who told you?
I think that would be incredibly stressful.
we have a whole class tailored to learning how to do it. It's like a gymnastics class.
Oh my
You have to
God.
do like,
It was like parkour.
backwards.
The IOCT, it gets you going for sure. It is indoor obstacle course test, an annual assessment of physical capability. What it is supposed to simulate is a combat environment where you might have to do a variety of those movements.
With all due respect, I think like the short people. What do you do when you're short?
You have a lot of faith and hope and
Good friends cheering for you.
yes, exactly.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the hardest part is going across the bars.
Yeah.
Because someone who's say 6 feet tall versus someone who's 5'1".
Right. I don't have a lot of sympathy for you.
It's like you have to be able to jump really high.
Yeah. But you probably get the low parts really easy.
Oh yeah, I can do that so fast.
Like the military crawl.
I know. I was like, I'm used to being down here. Honestly.
So is that kind of like junior year? Is that sophomore year?
Every year.
It must be really fun to see your commanding officers have to do it as well.
Or it's like embarrassing when they do really well.
Oh no.
And you're like,
And they're like, oh crap.
I suck at this. And you're like 60.
Exactly. You want to run it after this? Like,
Right. I just want to thank y'all. It's an incredible amount of commitment and perseverance and mental fortitude, and you should feel enormously proud of this. And the idea to be such a young person and dedicated to service is extraordinary. The young people are the ones that are going to be the future for us, and we need your ideas, we need your energy, we need your forethought and your leadership. This was really nice. Oh wait, I'm going to take one picture of all of us. Okay, you guys, here I am at West Point. This is my table. Say hi, everybody. Woo! These are our future leaders. Yay! I was really so interested to hear about how international all of the cadets are going to be stationed and continue their studies, but also go out into the world.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Cultural competence is something that is a priority in our academic development.
Do you think that's important, how other countries perceive our country?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's our base of power and influence. I don't believe it's in fighting and war. It's more so in those bridges that we can build. And you can't build those bridges if you have no idea what's going on, or you have no idea why people behave the way they do, or can sit down and have tea with them. That's what's going to make people friends. And a big aspect of that are the international cadets that are here. It's harder to identify them because they're in the same uniform, but we have cadets that come from militaries all over the world and are cadets at West Point for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And then once they graduate, they don't enter into the U.S. military, they go back to their national military.
Okay.
And so that is a great way to...
With a greater understanding of what we're supposed to represent as a country.
Yeah. So we're headed to Colonel Morales'. We brought some of the cadets that you had lunch with today, ma'am. So we want to just talk about a couple of the things that we didn't get to cover while we were, stuffing our faces.
This looks like presidents have visited.
Yeah, so actually, President Obama came to West Point and did an NPR episode in the living room of the superintendent, the general that you just met. And so a lot of high officials have come to West Point to meet the cadets and learn about what we do.
It's great to see how much female leadership there is.
Yes, yeah, so actually
I know it
this
hasn't
year,
always been that way.
No, it hasn't, and it is definitely something that has been a topic of discussion this past year, the Corps of Cadets. It's 20% women.
Wow, is that just because a lot of women don't apply, or
Yep.
it doesn't seem like maybe a path that would be possible?
Yeah, I believe as we present it a lot more attractive to men. We have a lot of Eagle Scouts here, a lot of people who like to be outdoors, like to be in the woods, love to run, love to shoot weapons.
And there's so many women like that, but we don't see them on television
Exactly,
or movies.
exactly. I don't think West Point has mastered reaching out to them, but it's a difficult balance that we have to focus on the people who are here and developing them, but also reaching out to the future populations.
For sure, because this is how we develop different kinds of leadership.
Exactly.
Is really appealing to people who don't see themselves in these roles because it's not represented to them.
I get this question a lot, what is the difference between being a woman or being a man at West Point? From the perspective of a woman, I would say it's a lot more similar than people may think. Yes, I'm a woman, but we're teammates at the end of the day. First and foremost, we're future officers, and really adhering to that identity above all makes the gender difference diminish significantly.
Oh, hey, everybody. Hello. How are you? It's a lot less crowded in here. And less noisy. Now I can hear you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great. Well, I appreciate your time to talk a little bit about, what your experiences have been here. And I would love to hear sort of what you thought it would be versus what it really is.
What I expected coming here was cadets who were kind of robotic. And then I met people in the military and it was like the complete opposite, which is why I think it's so important that we do things like this and people are educated on women in the military.
Right, we're so normal. I'm super normal, right?
But I remember telling my dad the day I wanted to go to West Point and he looked at me and he's like, you go to West Point in the military? And I was like, yes.
Not just you.
Like, you guys have had experiences that no one will ever understand, and you share that with each other. Can you speak a little bit about what that's like?
So Lex and I actually did summer training together our sophomore year.
Okay.
And just imagine being stuck in the rain basically for 24 hours, endless of days. And then you just of course you can't just look at each other and laugh through it all. And that's what I think West Point really brings out. It's just that we go through different trainings and we go through hardships, but you look to your left and your right and you have your battle buddies next to you, and that's how you bond.
Absolutely. The whole idea is that this West Point breaks you down to build you back up together. And that really just forms that bond that Bailey and Nettie are talking about.
In this culture and day and age, we're expected to be awarded for the things we're good at and not told anything we're bad at. And so I'm kind of curious, has there been anything that's been a big obstacle for you, a failure that's really defined you through this experience?
So during the initial summer training, we have this thing called so it's land navigation. They give you a coordinate point somewhere in the woods. You'll find it, and I got lost all the time. Could never find myself at all. I'd take 10 steps and immediately just lose my bearings completely. But I mean, that's part of the thing is I showed up to West Point expecting everyone to be super perfect, 6'6", super strong, buff, super smart. That's what I learned. I show up to West Point and I find out that not only do I notice that not everyone is perfect, but I also realize that I'm also not perfect. But I think that in finding those imperfections about each other, you appreciate what people are good at and you appreciate how they can complement you. And the Army is a team. So it's people don't come here able to do every job in in the Army, or else we'd be set. But we find out what we're good at and we come together and solve things together. So I found teammates that were good at land nav. They helped me get through summer training, so that's why I'm still here. So.
They found you.
Yeah, they did find me.
We all suck to a degree in something together, and it's just about helping each other out.
My favorite saying is cooperate to graduate. So we're all in this together, that's for sure.
That's great. Well, to think about non-traditional experiences and what's different than the civilian colleges, I'm just so curious. What's it like to date at West Point?
Dating.
It's not 50-50 men and women, so I mean,
No.
Is that difficult or challenging or?
Not hard for us.
Yeah, we get the cream of the crop.
The guys are curiously quiet.
They're
we really didn't think we were gonna have to answer this.
Not the direction I thought this was gonna go. It is difficult to date, though, when there's the distance and time commitment involved with everything here.
I think the most difficult aspect is keeping that, because our personal and professional lives are one. While we're here, right? We don't have a separate home we go to after class.
Right.
So it is keeping that idea of professionalism within your relationship. So you can't walk and hold hands. When you're in
You're
uniform.
not allowed to walk and hold hands.
No. You can grab your significant other so.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay. So you can't kiss or make out or no PDA.
No making out, no googly eyes.
Okay.
Our relationship's not grounded in this idea of physical touch.
You have to make connections and things other than kissing. I mean, because you can't do it, and not to say that most relationships are based off of that, but you talk about different things and you have discussions about the struggles that you're dealing with, which are a lot bigger than I'm annoyed that you didn't do this when I did that. Those are just not the conversations that I'm having.
Well, it would lead to a deeper experience, I think. But you're engaged. This is so exciting.
Yeah. My fiance is younger than me, so technically I'm in charge of him.
Yeah.
One thing with cadating that's difficult, and maybe you guys can speak to this too, is maintaining being a woman, and that womanhood in high school it was all about what I was wearing and how I looked and how poppin' I was for school. But it has to be, now you don't have that option. We're wearing this every day, and this is not the most attractive for women to be in.
The biggest transition, I think, in my social setting with like my girlfriends in high school versus now is like how we talk about other men and women. So it used to be like kind of surface level what they look like, and it was petty, like I'll admit to that. And now when you talk about other cadets, it's typically like it's about their physical fitness, like what they bring to the table, not what they look like, which is their personality, how they lead.
Yeah, beauty definitely comes from the mind. I think that's definitely how women here define beauty.
Thank you so much for sharing today. I'm just really thankful for your leadership. I'm excited to see what each and every one of you is going to do.
Awesome. Thanks, man. When I think of ambition, I think about passion, and passion that doesn't necessarily have to be self-serving. If you're ambitious to build a team and work well amongst your peers, if that is your passion and that's what you really focus on developing, you could be a boss at it.
Wait, man, before you go.
Yes.
If we could, would you give us a Go Army?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yes.
Go Army.
Beat Navy!